Summertime. Boom. Alright, summer movie season is here, and I am reviewing X-Men Origins Wolverine. This movie is the origin of one of the most famous X-Men character, Wolverine. Simple. I have not read the comic, but the movie. That's what's important. That's what I'm here to review. I enjoyed it. Great? God, no. No. As Shia LaBeouf would say, no. But it does have moments that could have been very great, that were really good. I don't know if it ever had a great point, but there were a lot of really good moments. The good things, Hugh Jackman knocks it out of the park here. He is awesome. Again, honestly, Hugh Jackman to me is right up there as far as portraying a hero. Not a villain, but hero in a movie, or a comic book movie. He is #1 to me. Right, Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark is a close second, but he nailed this character better than any, because I have read some comic books. I have read some X-Men comics, not just this particular one, and he nailed it better than any actor could possibly nail it. He's awesome. The other ones, will.i.am, okay, he was the lead singer of the Black Eyed Peas, shocked me in this movie. He wasn't terrible. As a matter of fact, I will go so far as say he was good. Oh my God, he's like a singer. How many singers have been good actors? Like Ice Cube is given a soul to family comedies, and I don't know, Usher's not a good actor, and well, I guess he's okay. He was okay. But will.i.am was pretty good. Liv Schreiber gave a good performance. The biggest problem I had acting-wise was this guy who played Gambit, who, he was good. I thought he actually gave a good performance, but he tried to have this New Orleans accent, but he was fading in and out in between parts, like, hello, Wolverine. Today we'd be gonna be going to New Orleans, and then after we go to New Orleans, we're going to drive back to New Orleans. It slipped in and out like that, and so that was a big problem. But I think he gave a pretty good performance nonetheless, even though that's a problem with his performance. But though he's in one of these characters, though he is in the movie for so short of a time, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool steals this movie, and he's in it for not even 5 minutes. He was freaking incredible in this. This guy is Deadpool, and I want to see a Deadpool movie. Don't know if I want it to be by Fox, but I want to see a Deadpool movie. I just don't like what they did with this character. This guy is one of the most loved characters in the history of X-Men, in the history of comics in general. And they didn't do anything, really. But Ryan Reynolds did such a good job. I mean, it's like they wanted to focus on one character. They knew how to do Wolverine. They knew how to do Deadpool. Every other character in here, they did a good passable job. The action scenes were pretty good. Special effects were good. Bad things. Quite a few bad things in this. Cyclops is in this. I don't care about Cyclops. Alright, Cyclops is probably the most bland of the X-Men characters ever. James Marsden did do a good job of playing him. I mean, that's what Cyclops should be. He's very bland. But why is he in this movie? His character does nothing. It's basically just saying, oh, there's Cyclops, He did nothing to the performance at all. He was totally useless. I wish he wouldn't have been in there. Sorry. Characters, though. There's so many. When I saw this trailer, the first thing I thought of was exactly what I thought. The first problem I had was the exact problem of this movie. Exactly what I thought it was going to be. It turns into a mess. There's so many different characters that they just say, okay, yeah, we're just going to throw this character in there. Bye. We're just going to throw this character in there. Bye. 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 It's just like so. They barely show any characters, and then they pull a Mace Windu on you, and they just kill him off and they go out like a total wimp. They die. The characters that die in the worst, stupidest ways. And they're useless. Even the ones who gave good performances. And I don't know how faithful this is to the graphic novel. I don't know. Or the comic books, but jeez. This movie, though, I don't know if it needs to exist, because there's really no reason for it to exist. I would rather have seen a Deadpool or a Magneto movie than this. Wolverine's awesome, don't get me wrong. Hugh Jackman is great as Wolverine, and if this movie had been done right, it could have been great. But it just doesn't capture the emotional resonance as something like Spider-Man 2, Iron Man, even The Incredible Hulk. It's just pure fun. Okay, it's a fun movie, and I had a lot of fun watching it. But it's by no means a great film. If you want to see it, go see it. Like I said, it's very fun to watch. But unfortunately, I was bored during parts, and I hate to say that because my biggest thing coming in here is like, okay, I don't expect it to be great, alright, but all I would do is I want to never be bored. And I was bored during parts, but the action scenes in here, there's some that are really good, but some are just boring. And I was never like, oh, that was cool. I was just kind of watching it. You know, this movie can basically be summed up in one word: meh. Meh. You know, it's there. See it if you want to, but don't pay full price to see this. Save it. We got Star Trek and Terminator and Transformers, which I saw an ad for. It looks amazing. Save your money for that. See this at a matinee. You won't be disappointed. I give it a 6 out of 10. Which, you know, that's kind of low for me, but it really isn't. The dialogue is super cliched in this too, and the acting is never bad, but it was very average at certain parts. The guy who played Cyclops wasn't that great. And there's just, like I said, the characters in here, there's no reason for them. Make a Deadpool movie. That's all. And they could have, and I know they probably had to make this to be able to make a Deadpool movie. But jeez, this is, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed, but I'm not blown away, you know. But hey, this is the beginning of the summer. I'm happy it's here. 6 out of 10 for Wolverine. I will see you later. Boom, baby!